recently, despite the fact that India is not a signatory, is not extended to men, and there should be a forum where they can be heard as well. Now, just one case that I'd like to highlight, recently, despite the fact that India is not a signatory to the Hague Convention, the US courts did send back to India a child who was kidnapped from Indore by the mother in Ajay Garg versus Deepa Garg. Now, as per the US court, and in fact as per any court, anywhere in the world, the best interest of child is what is to be looked at. And many times it's been found that in India, that has been sort of ignored when looking at child custody issues, and Indian courts do not apply the same principle. I'm just going to, these questions, these pertinent questions that Sachin was referring to, very quickly, we'd just like to talk about these issues and what we would like the media to raise these issues for us. And that is, can the best interest of the kidnapped non-Indian citizen or non-resident child who was born to a non-Indian citizen be best decided based on local Indian parameters in an Indian court by ignoring all evidence, testimony, jurisdiction that may have been presented in the foreign courts where the child resided prior to the abduction? Would this be in the best interest of the kidnapped child? More often than not, the abducting parents delay Indian court proceedings for many years. And in fact, they do not need to delay the proceedings because, the legal machinery in India ensures that every case is delayed by many, many years. Would it be appropriate to reward the errant parent or the kidnapper with interim custody until the matter is adjudicated in regular custody proceedings, which last 6 to 8 years in a custody court in India? And had the child not been abducted from a foreign country, where would the child ordinarily reside? And as you saw, all these fathers had sole custody, which was awarded to them by the courts in the US, and that is when the mother decided to jump jurisdiction and flee to India. Now, our appeal basically is that our children are our only hope for the future, but we are their only hope for their present and their future. Treat issues with urgency and resolve it expeditiously. Prevent abuse and maintain contact. And children often, you see that they are used as pawns in marital disputes. Now, if in two feuding adults, there's really no reason why the child should be made to suffer. And the child's best interest must always be addressed as quickly as possible. Separate custody issue from all other matters. If there's a dowry issue or if there's any other issue, let it be fought on its own merits separately. But the child must not suffer through all this, because as soon as the wife turns a civil custody case into a criminal case, the father and his family completely loses contact with the child. Give precedence to custody matters over other matters and fast-track it to a maximum of 6 months to resolution. Apply common sense principles to define jurisdiction. If you have people, as in Nireen's case, who've been living in the United States for 14 years, the children are 9 and 6, they are United States citizens. How is it that their custody cases suddenly jump jurisdiction to India, and where there is absolutely no evidence, and how are Indian courts supposed to handle this and decide this issue? Prevent abuse and maintain contact with the child. So orders must be passed to ensure that the child can maintain contact with his left behind parents and grandparents. And not just pass these orders on paper and really not enforce them. We would like to see that these orders are enforced, that there